I do not like you, okay? My name is Gina, and I do not like you. We're not friends, okay? In today's video, I'm going to be giving you my honest review on the curriculum that we used for our 2020-2021 homeschool year. So if you're interested, just keep on watching. Hi friends, my name is Regina, Gina for short, and welcome to Gina B Homeschool. I am a homeschool mom of 3 kids, and in today's video, I'm going to be giving you my honest review on the curriculum that we used for the 2020-2021 school year. I'm so excited just to dive in to what we used, what we didn't use. It's gonna be a very honest review. I'm going to be giving you pros and cons. I'm gonna be talking language arts, math, science, geography, everything that we use, what we didn't use, maybe things that I bought and I didn't use this year, things that I might push for the following year, and just give you my honest opinion coming from one homeschool mom to another. Now, this is a collab with my 2 homeschool mom friends over here on YouTube. I've collabed with them in the past, and I'm excited to collab with them on this video as well. These 2 homeschool moms are going to be giving you their honest review on the curriculum that they used for the 2020-2021 school year. The first homeschool mom that I'm collabing with, her name is Christina from Rooted Homeschool. She is a homeschool mom of 5 kids, and she's going to be giving you her honest review, and she used different curriculum that I used. So if you want to go check her out, I'll link her YouTube video down below. My other homeschool mom friend is Brooke from Shangri-La Schoolhouse. So if you want to check her out as well, she's going to be giving you an honest review of her school year as well, and she has littles, so the earlier years. So that's going to be a great video for you to check out because I am sure that she has different curriculum than what I used. So if you want to check out these great homeschool moms, go check them out after you watch this video. If it is your first time here, welcome. And I'm glad you're here, and I hope that you will subscribe to my channel, like this video to show your support. And I do post homeschool content here, of course, but also motherhood, lifestyle, country living, some DIYs, and anything in between. So if you want to join me on this journey, I would be so happy that we can become friends here, but also on Instagram. I am pretty active there. So if you want to be friends there, make sure to send me a DM, let's connect, and make sure to follow me over there. I also wanted to give a shout out to this amazing homeschool mom, Jamie from Simply Living It. I'm using one of her shirts. She is a homeschool mom here on YouTube. She creates these cute t-shirts. There's so many different styles. She has like these pop-up sales. I'm gonna be linking her Instagram down below because I have been living in these t-shirts. I have 3 of them, and it's like the cutest t-shirts ever. Since I bought these t-shirts, I have been using them all the time. So I'm gonna link her down below because amazing homeschool mom and great quality. So I wanted to give her a shout out as well because I have been loving these t-shirts. I also wanted to note that I do have timestamps on this video. So if you go down below, you can skip or go back to a certain part if you want to hear it again. So do take note that there is timestamps down below. Now, let's get into curriculum. This is why you clicked on this video. You want to know the good, the bad, the ugly. I'm just kidding. There's no ugly. I feel like this year has been a great year, full of learning, full of fun, but there has been some things that I didn't use as much just because I didn't get to them. The season of my life that I'm in right now is an interesting one. I have a baby, I have a toddler, and I'm trying to homeschool, and yeah, it's a lot. But there has been such beautiful moments in our homeschool, and it's because of the curriculum that I've chosen for this 2020-2021 school year. So I wanted to share what we used. Now, I have been mostly homeschooling my 7-year-old. He would be in the 1st grade if he was in public school, and this year, it's my first time using the good and the beautiful. Their curriculum has been a blessing in my life. it just made homeschooling so much easier, and I've been really enjoying it. Having said that, there has been some things that, you know, didn't work out very well, in the sense of I had to change things up a bit. And I don't believe there is a perfect curriculum out there. I feel like everyone has different needs, and there's gonna be things that you like more than others. And that's totally fine when you have a curriculum. You can like things more than others. Some moms might disagree with me and like this about this curriculum because I have a different child. He learns differently from other children. That's the beauty of homeschool, is that you can mold the curriculum to work with you. So let's first talk about language arts. For language arts, I use the Good and the Beautiful Level 1 course book. And on the Good and the Beautiful website, you can take a test and see where your child fits, because level 1 does not mean grade 1. So keep in mind that, because you don't want to pick a wrong level for your child. Now, what did I like about this curriculum? I love how open and go it is. It's very easy for you to teach your child. This is the teacher's manual, but it's also the course book. I like that it's all in one, and that's a game changer for me. If you open up a lesson, you'll notice that there's blue text and black text. The blue text is basically the lesson telling the parent what to do, what to get, what materials to get. The black text is what you're teaching to the child. Basically, it's telling you what to say to the child to teach that lesson. So it's very easy for parents to teach their child when using the Good and the Beautiful, in my opinion. So that's a huge plus for me. It does have a spiral approach to the curriculum, and I like that. I like that the curriculum has that type of spiral approach, because Nicholas would get a little bit bored if we continue doing the same thing over again. It's nice that this curriculum does have that style of approach. The other thing that I liked about the language arts is that the language arts includes everything. It includes phonics, reading, spelling, writing, literature, grammar and punctuation, and art appreciation. So it includes so much in here. The amount of time that you spend a day, I probably spend around 20 to 30 minutes for one lesson, and that's more than enough. I do like that it's not super long lessons, it's just perfect. And it's just very beautiful. It has very beautiful illustration. It's a very beautiful curriculum. Nicholas has learned to read so much better. Like, he has advanced so much in his reading, and I do like that it incorporates phonics. It comes with phonics cards. I do have a video up showing you how we do a lesson. So if you're interested to see how this kind of flows, make sure to check that out. So let's go into the things that, not that I disliked, but things that I saw that, I mean, it wasn't my favorite part of the curriculum. And one of them was the spelling. So the spelling words are quite challenging from the Good and the Beautiful. They are a bit of challenging words. So do keep that in mind. I do follow moms on Instagram and on YouTube that have mentioned that they do their own spelling. They don't even use the spelling from the Good and the Beautiful. And I understand why. For me, that's not something that, you know, Nicholas has done okay with the spelling, just because I changed it up a bit on how we practice our spelling. The Good and the Beautiful will have independent practice in their lessons, and it will incorporate practicing the spelling words. Okay, this is a good example. We didn't even do the independent practice on this one, just because I just decided to do stuff my own way. So over here, it has 7 spelling words here for Nicholas. And basically he would have to, you know, say the words out loud and clap as he spells the words. And he would have to do that 3 times. I'm telling you right now, Nicholas, because in Unit 1, I tried it this way and it didn't work out. Nicholas couldn't learn the spelling words this way. It's just not the way he learned. He's more of the traditional kind of boy where we just practice on the board. We practice on our school rug. On my language arts do a lesson with us, I show you kind of how we do a little game with learning these spelling words. But that's just the way that Nicholas learns. He doesn't learn this way. It's just too many spelling words in one day for him to kind of get down. If I see that he would benefit from the worksheet that incorporates the spelling words, I would do it. If I felt like he wouldn't, I would just do my own thing. Keep that in mind. Just because something doesn't work, like a small little portion of the course doesn't work, you can change things up. That is the beauty of homeschooling. So that's what we used to do. We used to use the spelling words, but we didn't use it in the way that the Good and the Beautiful was telling us to learn the spelling words. I kind of saw that Nicholas learns best this way. Let's do it this way. I'm still gonna continue using the spelling from the Good and the Beautiful. We're finishing off our last unit, and he's been excelling with the way that I've been doing it. So you can change things around. Another thing that Nicholas did not like, and he mentioned this to me, with each lesson, sometimes it prompts you to do like a reading assessment. Nicholas, in the beginning, he did not like this part. He told me, "Mommy, this gives me anxiety. I feel very anxious." And I was like, "Oh man, that's I don't want you to feel anxious. I don't want you to feel anxiety. I went to school already and felt anxiety. And the last thing that we want to do when we're learning is for you to feel anxious." In the index section, sometimes it'll prompt you to do these little review charts just for you to assess your child. So Nicholas wasn't used to that. We didn't do that with him before. So with him, he's very competitive. You'll record the time and the amount of like spelling words that they got wrong, so on and so forth. He's super competitive when it came to that. So for him, it was kind of like, okay, like I did a bad job if I didn't beat my last time, or if I don't do this in 40 seconds, I'm not doing a good job. Towards the end, Nicholas did like these assessments a little bit more. Not like he didn't love it, but he got used to the way the lessons were, where it prompted you to do this review chart. And once he actually told me, "Mommy, let's do the assessment. I want to see if I'm going to do better." And it was kind of like a game for him, but in the beginning it would give him anxiety. He liked the ones where he had to do like poems and passages, but the chart ones, that's the one that he didn't really like. When he had to do like the practice charts over here, like the actual words, he didn't like those ones too much because he wanted to do all of them in like 90 seconds, because it says number of words in 90 seconds, and he would try to do it really fast and try to guess the words as well. So it wasn't the best way, the way he learns, right? So just take note of that. In the beginning, we were kind of like, I don't know about this, but then towards the end, Nicholas did start liking it. Overall, I love this curriculum. It has been a blessing in my homeschool. It's made language arts and combining all the concepts together so easy, so beautiful. So I give it a big thumbs up. Language arts is amazing. I'm not gonna say if I'm gonna be using the Good and the Beautiful for next year or not. I will be doing a video on all the curriculum that we will be using for the following school year. So stay tuned. Now, let's get into math. For math, we also use the Good and the Beautiful, and we use the level 1 from the Good and the Beautiful. It's very much like the language arts teacher's manual, and the course book is all in one, has that spiral approach, love it. And it's very interactive and has a Charlotte Mason type of feel when it comes to teaching. It teaches through stories a lot, so I love that. I love that it teaches through stories. It made it very fun, very easy. Usually it would take me around 20 minutes to complete a lesson, and Nicholas loves math. He excels in math. It's very easy for him, and he learned. I mean, he liked it. He did love math. I do have a video on my channel showing us doing a math lesson with us, so I'm going to link it over here and I'll link it down below. So if you want to check out to see how we do the math, you can check it out. But overall, it was really, really good. Nicholas did well. I feel like, it was easy, it was fun, it was engaging. Yeah, I don't have a lot of negatives to say about it, but one thing I'm going to say. Holy moly, guacamole. When it came to manipulatives, a lot of manipulatives. And I thought in the beginning that I loved manipulatives, and I do love manipulatives. I love hands-on learning, but it's just a lot. And I don't know if it's just because I'm not super organized, but I know other homeschool moms have warned me about the manipulatives. I can't say it. Manipulatives. Try saying that 10 times or 3 times or however many times you want to say it. That's a tongue twister. And it comes also with like these mats. So each lesson will tell you, oh, take out this mat. There's a bunch of mats, a bunch of them. And it's fun, it's nice, but it's a lot. It's a lot, it's a lot. And specifically the ones I didn't like are these cards that it came with. So it came with these cards and it comes with sets of like 1 to 20. And sometimes the lessons will prompt you, oh, take out cards, 1 to 10, 2 sets of 1 to 10, and 2 sets or 1 set of 11 to 20, and play this game, because there's like a game manual. And fun, it's nice, but man, honest, these cards right here, I do not like you, okay? I do not use you. I do not use them. I came to a point where I was like, you know what? When the lesson told me to use these cards, I would just do my own thing, because they were always out of order, and until I got them in order, and yeah, I could put them in order, after we're finished. But sometimes life happens. I have a toddler, I have a baby, and sometimes we're just kind of like in a rush. And honestly, like, I didn't like these cards. I did not like these cards. Whenever it prompted me to use these cards, I would just do my own thing. I would just make up something else, and it worked. So we're not friends. These cards, me and these cards are not friends. You get the gist. I do not like these cards. But the good and the beautiful has noticed that they do have a lot of manipulatives. They did notice that they had to change things up a bit. And Nicholas has learned a lot, and there was a lot of independent work that he could do in this, and I felt like this helped him with his independence. It started off with the daily dose. It seems like they're shortening up their daily dose in their new edition, so I like that. And I'm sad that I love the daily dose. The daily dose was so much fun. But they're changing things up a bit, so I'm excited about that. So I might be using the Good and the Beautiful again for math. We will see. Now they're coming out with their new edition, and there's gonna be less manipulatives. There's gonna be shorter lessons, which the lessons weren't too long because it came with bonus activities in each lesson. And sometimes we would just skip the bonus activities. We wouldn't do the bonus activities because we didn't need to do it. It's gonna be a little bit different. They've improved it. They've listened to parents, and I love that. A company grows because they listen to the people that are purchasing their curriculum. I might or I might not use the Good and the Beautiful. Stay tuned, stay tuned. Another thing that I wanted to note is that this is an American curriculum. So what does that mean? Because it's an American curriculum, and I'm Canadian, so I live in Canada, so this is for people that do not live in America. It's gonna be using American currency. It's gonna be using how, I think they use gallons, pints, I don't know, I forgot, but we use liters here, okay? So measurement wise, it's gonna be different, even centimeters. We use centimeters here. They use inches and foot when it's teaching the child measurement. Degrees Celsius for weather. We use degrees Celsius, they use degrees Fahrenheit. So just take note that there are some differences of how it's taught. Having said that, it's very, very easy for you to get your own manipulatives when it comes to money. It's very easy to teach your child centimeters instead of inches. Personally, I think I like that it's teaching inches because my husband works in constructions and he uses inches and foot. Have no idea why us fellow Canadians use centimeters. So just note that there is some, changes that you have to do if you're using an American curriculum. So just take note of that. In my video for doing a math lesson with us, I show you how I just use my own manipulatives when it comes to money. And that's basically it. When it came to negatives, it was just those cards specifically and a lot of manipulatives, but they're changing their edition. So another resource that I used from the Good and the Beautiful was their handwriting. So Nicholas did level 1 handwriting. He finished it off already and he did so well. I was actually surprised because in the beginning when I saw this, I'm like, man, he's not gonna like this because I feel like it's gonna be handwriting, it's gonna be boring. But he loved handwriting because with each page, there's like a little activity for the child to do, like coloring, there's like connect the dots. So Nicholas really liked that. Nicholas loved it. It's very independent. He would just grab it and he would do like a page or two a day. And yeah, he really liked this one. We also used Explode the Code, and we did Explode the Code 3. This is just extra practice. And I really liked Explode the Code. Nicholas really enjoys it too. It's kind of funny as well. Like they have like sometimes like, they'll have like sentences like that he has to kind of like, he has to check off. It's not colorful. It's not a colorful curriculum, but he has like kind of sentences sometimes that he has to read and says, the pet did math. The pet had a bath. So he has just to check off which one is right. Practice spelling certain words. The only thing that I didn't really like from Explode the Code, and for you to note, is that some of the pictures were hard to identify. And I spoke to a homeschool mom, and it's just a couple of them, and it's kind of funny. And I spoke to a homeschool mom over on Instagram, and she thought the same thing, where some of the pictures were like, what is that? I don't even know what that is. So that's kind of funny, but overall, we love Explode the Code. We're gonna continue using Explode the Code in our homeschool. We loved it, big thumbs up. My camera's almost dying, so we'll see how this goes. Next thing that we used in our homeschool was this nature notebook. I only used it for the fall, and I'm gonna use the other ones. This is from The Good and the Beautiful. So this is from The Good and the Beautiful, and it's a nature notebook. We had so much fun with this, and we did a bunch of activities for the fall, but I stopped using it in the winter. I don't know why. Winter, spring, and summer, I stopped using it, but I'm gonna continue using it next year, maybe for winter. So I'll definitely be using this. I just stopped using it because we had so many things going on. I just had a baby at the time, and we'll continue doing it most likely next year or whenever we feel like doing like nature journaling. My camera died, so I'm back. Where did we leave off? Let's talk about science. So for science, we did actually a unit study on the human body, and I just completely kind of made up my own unit study with resources that I had. I do have a video up on my channel showing you how I do a science lesson. It was one of my first videos that I put up on YouTube. So if you wanna check it out, I'll link it here. Basically, this book right over here was my main resource that I used, and it's My Body, and I got it from Amazon, and I think I paid like 10 or 12 bucks for it. We do a whole poster of the human body, and we cut and paste our organs, and we talk about our different organs and their function, and it's very hands-on and interactive, and we loved it. I had this book from Smithsonian, and this was kind of just a reference for us to go to this book and kind of read about the different organs in our body, and it was really nice to have this. And I like making up our own unit studies and just going with the flow. I got this one towards the end, this Usborne book, and so Lift the Flap book, which was kind of nice. And obviously my kids are very young. We didn't really go deep into the subject, but to their age level. So it was fun, and we definitely enjoyed. So from The Good and the Beautiful for science units, I was going to do more, but towards our year, I decided just to do kind of like an unschool type of method. So if Nicholas, during a week, he wanted to learn about tornadoes, we would dive deep into tornadoes, get library books, use YouTube as a resource, and we just did that for sciences. In the season of life that I'm in right now, that just works for us, and I was okay with that. I did get the marine biology one from The Good and the Beautiful. I didn't even open it up yet. I'm gonna leave it for the next school year, and it came with these 2 little books. I got the whole package, so I'm gonna be doing that. And I actually just recently watched a video from Iron Horse Schoolhouse, Homeschool, Iron Horse Homeschool or Schoolhouse, and she just recently made a video showing how she put together a unit study from The Good and the Beautiful, so I felt super inspired. Yeah, I'm excited to dive deep into The Good and the Beautiful for sciences for next year, but we just really kept it simple. The major unit study that we did was on the human body. My kids are young, first grade, my son is 7, he just turned 7. My toddler is 2, so I didn't really feel like I wanted to get a bunch of curriculums. There's so many out there that I really want to, try out. I want to try Gather Round. I want to try campfire curriculums. And there's just so much out there. And my kids are young, so I don't want to, over purchase things, but there are definitely curriculums out there that I do want to try this next year, and I'm just trying to figure out. So if there's something that you really love, like a curriculum out there for science that you really like, let me know down below, because I would love to hear them. So I bought this By Design Science a while ago. I was going to use it this year. I never did. I never opened it up, and it's so nice. It's really, really nice, and it's Christian, and it's really nice science book for Nicholas's level. I ended up not using it. I don't know what happened. It's not because I didn't want to. I just ended up not using it. It comes with a student textbook. It comes with student science journals. There's a bunch of little journals that they can do, but it's very overpriced. I bought this a while ago, like a year ago. Yeah, I got it like a year ago and I thought I was gonna use it and I ended up not using it, but I'm going to use it. I am gonna use it, but I do feel like this is geared more to like, not so much homeschool because the way it's laid out, it's more of like a classroom setting. I think in the beginning of my homeschool journey, I'm gonna be going into my 3rd year homeschooling, but in the beginning I was kind of like all over the place. I didn't know what to do. I unschooled for a bit. Probably do a video of, you know, my homeschool journey. I do have plans to share that on my channel. But anyways, that's a different video for a different time. And geography, what did we do for geography? So we worked on continents, oceans, my kids have that down. And now we're working on just different countries. We're going around the world and we're talking about the culture, the map, to identify, you know, the different animals found in different countries, diving deep into languages. So if we're gonna be focusing on a country, we'll just pick a country, a random country for those couple of weeks, and we'll focus on language, food, we'll even do some recipes. So that's what I've been doing for geography. But for now, I just kind of kept it kind of simple. I've only done Canada so far, we've done Brazil. So we're doing our kind of like our background first, and then we're gonna be moving into doing like different countries around the world. So our background, so we are Canadian, but my husband's Brazilian. I'm half Brazilian. I'm half Portuguese from Portugal, and my husband, his mom is from Angola. So we're gonna go dive deep into those countries first, and then we're just gonna go around the world basically and learn about these countries. I will do a video of how I do that, and it's a lot of fun. You don't have to buy curriculum. You don't have to spend basically any money. You just need a library, resources like the internet. I get a bunch of free stuff, and I put my own geography unit study. So stay tuned, I will have a video on that. But that concludes our curriculum review. I feel like overall, awesome year. I'm excited for the new year to come. I'm excited to start fresh. So thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure to check out my friend Christina and Brooke. I'll have their links down below. And thank you so much for watching. And make sure to subscribe to my channel, like this video, and comment down below. If you're finished your homeschool year, do you take time off during the summer, or do you homeschool all year round? I would love to know. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.